During your remote teaching experience, you might find yourself wanting to use some paper-based products in your remote lessons. So I'm going to show you how you can take a set of plain paper task cards and create a digital version of them for your students. And then I'm going to show you how you can take a big packet full of worksheets and choose just the ones that you want to share with your students. So first, let's look at some task cards. Here I've opened up a file of task cards, and I want to take each one and make it digital. So in a brand new tab, I'm going to type slides.new. That will give me a brand new slide to make into a digital task card. So I'm going to delete everything off of that slide, and I'm going to think about how I want the students to answer. These are short answer questions, so I'm going to add a text box by clicking Insert Text Box, and then I'm just going to make a text box with a little bit of instructions for what students to do. Now I want to think about how many task cards I'll want the students to complete. So let's say I want them to finish 10 of them. Over in the left side in the slide sorter, if I click on the slide, I can press Ctrl D to duplicate. So now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm all set up and ready to make my digital task cards. So I'm going to go back into my file, and using the snipping tool or whatever screenshot tool your computer has, we're going to take a little screenshot of each task card. So I'm going to click New, make a box around my task card, and then I'm going to hop back over to Google Slides and paste it by pressing Ctrl V. Okay, and now I'm ready to make my second one. So I'm going to hop back over, grab my snipping tool, paste it, and I'm going to continue in this way until I have all of the task cards that I want my students to complete. Each one only takes about 10 seconds, so it's a fast process. Now you have some digital task cards that are ready to share with your students through Google Classroom or however you prefer to share them. So now let's talk about what if you have a paper packet and you want the students to print them and work on them at home, but you don't want to give them the entire packet. So let's look how we would take a piece of paper out of a packet and give it to the students digitally. So I'm going to get another new tab, and I'm going to type slides.new again. But this has one extra step, and that is that a slide isn't set up to be the size of a piece of paper like a regular packet would have. So I'm going to delete this so it's clear, and I'm going to go back and look. I can see this is a regular sheet of paper, an 8.5 by 11, that is landscaped format. So that's what I need to set up my slide to hold. In order to do that, I click File, and I scroll down to where it says Page Setup. And now I'm going to click this down arrow so I can make a custom size. And I'm just going to change it to 11 by 8.5 so that it's the same size as a landscaped piece of paper. Then I'll click Apply, and now it's set up to create as many pages as I want. So maybe I want to give my students 5 pages, one for each day of the week. I can click over here in the slide sorter, click Ctrl D to duplicate, and I'm going to get 5 pages. Now all I have to do is decide which of the paper packet pages I want to share with my students. So let's say I want to give them the first week's worth. I'm going to use my snipping tool again, create a snip of the entire page, and then go back to my Google Slides document and press Ctrl V to paste it. So now they have one page. You may need to zoom in or out so that you can see the entire page. Going to do a snip. And I'll keep doing that in the same way until I have all of the pages that I wanted to share with the students. Once I have those pages, I can assign it in Google Classroom or share it with them however I normally share my digital activities. So I hope this helps you figure out how to take your regular paper resources and make them usable in a remote teaching situation.